welcome back to the Bullhucker podcast. I'm Moose Lunsman.
Sherman Cage.
We're going to start calling it the Cage Hucker podcast because one of these bastards shows up every damn episode now.
Hey,
whether they're invited or not.
Yeah, we just show up. We're like Cousin Eddie, you know. You just, do I really? Like they're looking at their relatives are looking out the screen. Go, oh my god! Shut all the lights off and hit the floor.
And I take a double take. Like, God damn, which cage are you?
But then they see it's me and they're like, oh, it's Sherman. We're good. We're good. If it's Jerry or Steve, they're like, oh,
Jerry. He's gonna listen. He's gonna watch this and be like, I'm talking shit already. Yeah. Actually, we have a guest today. Sherman, and it's one of the very first guests on the podcast. I believe number 3 or 4.
Wow,
yeah,
that's it right there.
Been on quite a few times as a co-host and everything else. She's been a pretty big part of this podcast. So that's why I want to bring her on for one last time. Michelle Staley, how are you, my old friend?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first 3 stories I told?
Yes, I tell people that story all the time.
About my dad.
Yes. And,
Ron. God bless him.
You probably didn't watch that episode. It's been a while ago. It's in the archives. It's in the archives, and. I expected her to call me all week long and be like, you got to pull it out. You got to pull it out. Because when you told that story, I was like, holy shit, she went there. Right. Like, this podcast is going to be gold.
My dad wasn't on Facebook. But...
Did he know did he ever talk about it?
Yeah, I told him I talked about him marrying his cousin.
Yes. You didn't have a, I was going to say, did you have a vindictive or spiteful cousin or relative that were like, hey, check this out. Look what your daughter's saying.
Yeah.
I don't think, there's a few out there, but I don't know. Dad would have been like, yeah, I married her.
I made an honest cousin out of her. It's fine.
Weren't we talking about that?
It was his second cousin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, my grandma Gwen lives here. And she's like, well, my Aunt Gwen lives...
I've already told you, when it comes to cousin, it doesn't matter what number's in front of the cousin. It's still okay. Hey, Heavenly, what's up, brother? So.
Jeff might have hit on me a few times, but never... I'm just joking. During the 3-man games. Do you know we played 3-man back in the day?
Back in the day, 3-man.
3-man.
The
dice
game.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
When's
with
the
my
last
cousins.
time you played that?
Oh man, I haven't played 3-man.
Last weekend.
I haven't played it in a minute.
It's been a bit.
Explain to me how you play 3-man. It's been a long time.
Oh shit.
I don't know if I could even. Like I said, it's been forever.
Yeah, it's forever too. I remember playing it.
I don't know.
I mean, I'd probably have to watch a YouTube tutorial.
I mean, I'm thinking we did it while we were drinking and we were just fine, but now we're old and we are like, I'll speak for myself. Sorry.
We are old. Do they play drinking games anymore?
Yeah.
Now it's like revolutionized drinking games.
Or, what about... I have never. You ever played that one?
Right. Never have I ever. Yeah.
Never have I ever.
Yeah.
And if you have, you drank.
Right.
The one we played all the time was President Asshole.
President Asshole. I don't think they play that anymore.
We played that too.
There was a few kids who died of alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, and quarters.
That one's gone. I think that one's archived.
I still practice every so often.
I do too.
I'll
sit there and I'll be like, bang, bang. My kids will be like, what are you doing? And I'm
hey. All right, Christina and you and Staley and I, Larry, you can come aboard too. We're going to play some quarters.
You don't know when a high school party's going to break out, kids from the 90s.
Yeah, when me and Chris first got together, we were sitting there and our kids were getting to that age where they were old, like in their 20s, early 20s. So they were drinking. Their friends would come over and I'd be sitting there, smacking a quarter, and they'd be like, what are you doing? I'm like, just warming up, it's Friday night. I'm pregame. And so I showed him how to play, and then, kind of caught on for a minute. And then I threw in the chandelier part, where you put the big cup in the middle, and then everybody has their cup around the big cup. Okay. And then if you hit the big cup with your quarter, everybody has to drink, and the last one done drinking
I don't know if I played that.
Yeah, and the last one who finishes their cup
I had to if we hung out, I bet.
Yeah, has to drink the middle one too.
Oh,
yeah, we called it chandelier. So we just upped the game. You know what I mean?
Oh man, there's a bunch of them back in the day. I can't remember them now. It was President Asshole was the one.
Yeah.
And we played it. Yeah, it's been 30 years or so. It's been a while, but I remember if you're president twice in a row, you got to make it rules. You got to start making a rule that's stuck for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And rules got ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just stupid shit. You know what I mean? Just stupid shit. Suck and blow. I mean.
That's right. With the card, Michelle. With the card. Yeah.
We were just talking about what's her bucket.
I don't know what kind of cage parties you had going on.
Well, it's pretty boring out at Woodland. That's all I can say.
I don't know. I had some of my best times out at Woodland.
Yeah, I know.
You throw a couple buddies out there,
Yeah.
Kip and Joe, and
oh God, those two.
And then you throw in, of course, your cousin and your two cousins, and we had some good times out in Woodland.
Yeah.
Man,
I went to go pick up a girl in Woodland one time and started driving around the track thinking I was on a fucking road.
You did not.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Well, it bona fide was a dirt road.
Yeah, I'm just cruising around. I did too.
You around the what? Did you have to go pick her up in the houses behind?
Yeah, it was like a trailer. Her dad was one of the janitors there, so they were there. Not there, but yeah. I passed a goalpost. I was like, well, that's weird.
Then you smacked a hurdle and it was like, that's strange. Was that a mile marker? Was that a hurdle?
What was she doing?
She didn't see it. When I finally got to the door.
Before you got there.
I was going to pick her up.
She was in the stands cheering him on?
Yeah, because I would think she would
turn left.
This is the football field, dickhead. I'm like, oh, really? Well, let's take a lap around this bitch. Because obviously, they're looking at me. I've never ran around the damn thing, so I might as well drive the damn thing,
I thought it was a wheat field with a turnabout.
You must have turned in by the baseball field and went through the first
I don't know.
section.
I just know it was dark and I was on the damn on the football
the stadium
field.
lights were on. Okay.
I can't talk a lot of shit because Weldona was the same way.
Yeah.
I remember picking sandburrs out of my arms, from football.
Watching a football game, you'd have a whole patch of stickers, and that was part of it.
Part of it.
So it made 6-man small schools tough kids.
Yeah. Best football around.
But before we go any further, though, because we'll see here, we probably don't need any stories.
We probably don't.
Well, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, let's do it. That's what we do here, But if you're new to the podcast, welcome to the Bullhucker podcast. What we do here is we're bringing on a guest. Today is my friend Michelle Staley, the Michelle Staley. Michelle's going to tell us 3 stories about her life. Now, here's the kicker. Only 2 of these stories are true. One's either borrowed, made up, or it's an embellished story. At the end of the podcast, me and this cage are going to try and guess which one is not the true story. I say this cage. They're all. Steven's the only one out, man. He's the best one. That's the hard part. He's the best.
I'm the golden cage. I'm like.
You know what's funny? Here's what I love about that. I'll know when Jerry's to that part of the podcast in his truck, because he'll start shaking his head. He'll take offense to it. You know what I mean? He'll take that as a personal attack on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can already feel my phone buzzing for the phone call being like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?"
Yeah. Michelle, Dancia used to like. I seriously, I heard the podcast. I heard you talking shit. I say it. I love Dempsey Cooper.
So now, see what happened is you brought the Cage Brothers on to take that heat off of you.
That's
and
what
Dempsey.
That is.
Okay,
I got it.
I talked a lot of trash with her. I love Dempsey. She's one of my favorite people.
I love Dempsey too.
Gold. I mean,
one of my favorite people in the world.
Absolutely.
I mean, to an extent. Let's not get a big head, Dempsey. All right, you got 3 stories. You want to read them off, brother?
Hope you can read my writing.
I should have brought my old man glasses. Talking about age. I might need them. Snipe hunting, Richard Marks, and Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby. Well, Mr. Co-host, this is the first time you're co-hosting, isn't it?
This is my first time, yeah. So we got the OG and the first time right here.
The OG and the new B.
Was I the original?
Co-host?
Yeah, was I?
Adam.
Oh, Adam.
Like an OG, though, like guest.
You were the first beside Adam, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Adam.
Yeah. How quickly we forget about the Vokester. All right, pick one out there, buddy.
Man, this is hard because, growing up as a 80s kid and, semi-farm kid out in the sticks, you definitely understand what it's like to go snipe hunting. Richard Marks, how can you not love Richard Marks?
You remember Richard Marks?
Yeah, absolutely. And then one of my favorite places in the world, Vegas. So I'm a little stumped here on which one I want to go with.
They're great. They're great titles.
I think I'm going to save mine for last or whatever we do, but I think I'm going to go Richard Marks.
Richard Marks. Oh, Richard and his fine hair and soft lyrics and I can't.
Let's keep this a family show, Michelle. Jesus.
I don't remember. This is what's bad. I don't remember like his most famous. Like he didn't have a lot of famous songs, but he was famous.
Right here waiting.
Can you sing a little for me? Get me like.
I don't.
You know what? I'm trying to remember now. As a fat kid, I cry myself to sleep on some girl.
Darn it. Okay. Well, anywho, Richard Marks, kind of big back in our day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then he had that feathered hair and. Oh man. Anywho, so I've had a lot of run-ins with famous people, and I usually look like an idiot when it happens. But This is one of the top ones, I will say. So I want to say I was sophomore or junior in high school. And we were back at Kansas City for our national FFA convention, okay? So it was a big week. You know how I feel about FFA.
You were like royalty.
In
right?
some people's eyes.
No, you were royalty.
Ty's
Michelle.
like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, why aren't you wearing that jacket better? Anyhow, so yeah, we had went to national convention. It's always a great time back there when they had it in Kansas City, like way back in the way back. And we stayed halfway in Salina, Kansas at the Holiday Dome, I think it was, or something like that. So our little van pulls up right next to whose tour bus?
Mr. Marks.
Yeah. Oh boy, couldn't get out of that van quick enough because I had like all of his Teen Beat photos. They were like, plastered all over my walls. I was like, oh my God! All of his girls are like screaming. The guys are like, whatever. Like, so we go running into the hotel. We're all gonna like spruce up a little bit, probably get out of our FFA game. Well, no, go ahead.
I won't give up until I'm satisfied. That's his song too.
I'm
trying
to picture that one, but I'm like, I think Larry.
Maybe it sounded a little more Richardy.
Yeah.
I can't get over it. Do you think some girl had me at her Teen Beat, some magazine on her wall?
I was just thinking Larry just had like a major glitch and like he just like, did you just go rogue? Did you just go rogue, my guy?
He's like, wait, I had the #1 Richard Marks Teen Beat on my wall.
Yeah,
exactly what poster
mine had a weird hole in it, though. We won't talk about that. Mom goes, is there a mouse in here? What's with the hole? I go, yeah, it's a mouse.
Yeah, it's a mouse, Mom.
5 feet off the ground, Mom.
Why does that poster have a little tape-on flap?
I know.
As my grandma's like... I think the boy's got a glory.
Wait. Richard's poster was like at the floor level.
Turns out Larry Lundstrom ran the choreo in a way shitty way. You can't take credit for it because he's got to he's got his weird little stance like this.
You got nice hair, Richard.
Wait, he was the Huck Dewey, the original Huck Dewey.
I have a wig stapled.
Oh, no, wait.
Why does it look like someone's licking this part of it? Like, I don't know, Mom. Fucking mouse.
Did you shave the cat again, Larry? Richard's hair was falling out, Mom.
Anyway, Michelle.
So anyhow, we're like going and freshening up our hair, probably, using the butane curling iron and using the hairspray and so we, got all spruced up and we had to try to find something to get autograph on and so super excited. Well, I'm with my friend. We leave our motel room and go on like the back side of the hotel rooms, like where the other side. And I'm walking around the corner and I literally am looking down and I'm like, and I turned the corner and I ran right into a person. Just knocked me on my ass. I was laying on the floor.
Yeah.
Guess who it was?
Richard.
It was Richard. Marks. It was Richard Marks. And I just laid there. I was like, I couldn't say a damn thing. He helped. He goes, oh my God, are you okay? And helped me up. That's all I did. I couldn't even talk to my friends like it because she wouldn't say anything either. She's hitting him. I had everything to get an autograph. And I was just so like, oh my God, Richard Marks just ran into me and picked me up. Like I was just like dazed and confused, I guess. So we go out front. And the funny thing is there were some older ladies that were older than us high school girls that were wanting Richard's autograph as well. And they were dressed a little bit fresher than we were.
Like you say older, like what
probably,
about 30s?
No.
20s?
Probably 23, 24.
Okay.
So they weren't like your moms.
No.
He wasn't getting attacked by cougars. Okay, all right.
He wasn't up there yet,
okay.
But it was so funny because they were dressed well, as you can imagine. They were a little bit fresher dressing,
sure.
A little less clothing. Mm-hmm. And we got in the line to try to get his autograph. And I'm like, Jesus, I was right there, and I'm like, Richard, I'm the one you ran into, like, trying to get him. Like, see my nose? It's bleeding right now.
Lay down and stare at me weird. Oh, that's right. I remember now. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
I know. I think I was in a coma for a minute because I hit him hard because I wasn't paying attention. I just came around that freaking wall and bam.
Right.
So did Larry. Larry hit him really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Touche.
As your mouth is agape.
Touche. So anyhow, we're standing in this long ass line, and I'm just my friends that I'm with. Oh my God, you touched Richard Marks,
Yeah.
and of course the guys are kind of like, the holodomes. They have the swimming pools and stuff, so
Sure.
they're kind of like hanging out, and they're like, "You girls are so stupid."
Yeah.
Like, you got us at Woodland. What do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, well, 3 of you are my cousins. I'm all back it down.
Like that's how we're stopping me from Woodland.
Right.
Well, it didn't run. So anyhow, we stand there and we stand there and we stand there, and he keeps signing autographs. And we almost get right up there, and I don't know if it was his manager or what. He's like, well, sorry, folks, we're all done. So I didn't get my freaking Richard Marks autograph.
You got more than an autograph, though.
Yeah. You got a cheap feel.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what hit me. If I would have known, I probably would have grabbed on.
Was he wearing like tight leather pants
Yes,
or some
he
weird
was.
80s shit?
The Richard Marks look. Yes, he was.
Silk shirt.
Yeah. Do you know who he is married to in real life or was?
Mrs. Marks?
Yes, exactly. Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
The
Jennifer Grey.
No, the teacher, the older gal, that was
Patrick
friends.
Swayze's
Was
first
she-
girlfriend or whatever she was. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The one that got
The
all
one that was
jealous.
pregnant.
Rosia or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's his real wife.
Really?
I was jealous of her.
I'd
for
been
a
more
long
impressed
time.
with Jennifer Grey, but that's still cool.
Before the nose job or after?
Before.
Before. Jennifer Grey before the nose job.
Yeah.
So much
Yeah.
fun.
It's weird. It's
Ferris
one of those-
Bueller.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was fantastic in everything, man. So-
Wolverines. I mean, just Red Dawn. I mean,
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Vintage movies there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of throwbacks. Yeah.
yeah. We're showing.
Good times.
I mean,
Good times.
we're showing age here. Yeah.
What did you think about that?
I liked it. I thought it was a great story.
Yeah.
There's so many innuendos that I could have came up with that story. You know what I mean? So many.
It's apparently how we started out.
But I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking, but I mean, yeah, just good.
I was an innocent Woodland girl, so I wasn't having any of
Let's-
that.
Let's not get.
Let's not-
okay,
Any
I mean,
of that.
that's like an oxymoron, I believe. It's innocent
For
woodland.
some
girl.
of them, I could name some names.
Small country schools out in the middle. Small country schools in the
Oh,
middle.
you're trying to play the song for me?
Yeah.
in the middle of a cornfield. There's no innocence in those schools.
I never went to cornfields.
No,
I was
little schools in the middle of cornfields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was classier than that.
Yeah. They're just conception points. That's all it's out in cornfields, man. So, Now and Forever, Hazard, Endless Summer Nights, Angelia, sorry. Yeah. We can't play too much of this, though, because I got popped one time on this for...
Copyright stuff. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Trademark stuff, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Because YouTube will pick it off.
Oh, one of the greatest anthems of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
But, because the kid from, what's his name? He was a teacher from the Philippines was on. He was so fantastic. Weren't you the co-host for that?
What were his stories?
No, it was Jennifer. This kid could sing, though, man. He could just kill me. I can't
So
remember
that
his
was
name.
part of it?
He was, can I sing on here? And I was like, yeah. So I played the karaoke version of Journey.
Oh, what did he sing?
Journey.
Don't Stop Believing.
Don't Stop believing. Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
good.
he belted it out. But
that's awesome.
This isn't built for singing. It's built for talking. So
Yeah.
I really had to.
You're all,
But yeah, YouTube's like.
put your keyboard away.
Yeah. YouTube's like, we checked. You're not Steve Perry, so down that comes. So shit.
I mean, he's close though. He's like the new Steve Perry because the new Steve Perry's a Filipino kid.
Yes, he is
you
a
know what I
Filipino
mean?
kid, and he knew his name. It's crazy how they found him too on YouTube.
On YouTube of all things. Yeah, that
wow.
he almost got banned for him.
You know what's funny? Steve Perry, that's got to burn his ass. when he's like, I'm Steve Perry, you'll never replace me. I'm like, as a matter of fact, we will. There's a guy right now in a cornfield.
That's better.
We got this little sweatshop kid over here in the Philippines.
Rice Patty.
That's making shoes that can tear it up.
He says he'll do it for 5 cents on every shirt we sell. So whatever, Steve. He's out money.
Because he never stopped believing. He's believing that I could get out of this sweatshop someday.
He's going to work for us faithfully. So
well, Steve still has his royalties and shit. He's fine. He's fine.
Yeah. But not taking away from that kid, though.
No, not at all.
I would love to see him.
Now I'm going to go back to that podcast.
Yeah.
I'm like, why isn't he performing like at after hours?
Well, you can't see it now. I had to pull it down. I had to pull it down, cut the end part off, and then put it.
That sucks.
It does suck, but
Okay.
The evil YouTube. Anyway, subscribe, please. All right, we got one down. Richard Marks, 2 to go. Vegas Baby and Snipe Hunting. I'm going to try and guess which one you want to hear last, so I'll pick the other one. Vegas Baby.
You're good. You're good.
All right.
Let's see. We're in sync, so you're in trouble.
Vegas Baby. Okay. So back in the day, it was when Staley and I were first married. We'd been married a couple years. We lived in Denver, and my cousin was a pharmaceutical rep for Merck Pharmaceuticals. And she called me up one day, and she's like, Michelle, we're going to go to Vegas this weekend. Some of the doctors invited us, reps, all us girls, to go to Vegas with them. And they're like high rollers. And so, Staley being cool, Staley's like, yeah, you can go. I don't care, right? Well, I'd just gotten laid off from my job, so I didn't have a lot of cash. Great thing is I really didn't need any because we flew out there in their private jet. Got treated like the most gorgeous limo, got treated like royalty as soon as we landed. Right. Went into the MGM and, just come out bringing champagne. I thought I was a rock star. I was like, I'm a freaking rock star, and I'm not even a rock star. Yeah. So anywho, I was saying Vegas, right? Mm-hmm. So we're at the MGM and getting treated like royalty as soon as we land. And so these 4 pharmaceutical reps, these girls, my cousin and myself, and then these doctors that they're like high rollers, fly out there every weekend, whatever. Well, it was amazing. We had when I watched Hangover, because we had 3 different suites. So us girls were all in one, and the doctors were in a couple other ones, and it was the Hangover suite, the Hangover suite.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, how can I ever come back to Vegas unless I'm coming like this? We had bottles, any type of room service.
Like bottle service.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was like everything was comped. It was so amazing. And anytime we'd go to a show, we were moved to the front of the line. Restaurants, we didn't have to make reservations, and they gave us the top food, crab legs and all this yumminess. Mm-hmm. I couldn't even afford to pay for one item off that menu. And it was just crazy because these doctors apparently they had some girls out there too. But anywho,
you're not special, Michelle.
I know. I know. I'm all who are these bitches? No,
that's the B squad. That's the A squad. You're somewhere on the LMNOP squad.
You're not even a rep to us. You're just a rep's cousin.
You're the plus one. Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Are you familiar with the term bench warmer? Pinch hitter, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
So anyhow, we went to all these different shows, the different clubs. We got moved up front, and it was amazing. I was like, how can I ever come back again? Well, they decided they wanted to go gambling. Well, I didn't have a pot to piss in because I'd gotten laid up for my job, and no, I wasn't great with money back then. So It's the way it was. So we go to the craps table, and they're playing craps. And I'm like, not playing, not going to do her. They're like, I don't want to look like an idiot. Oh, I have $33 to my name right now, Thank God you've been comping everything. Yeah. But anyhow, we came to the slot machines, and I love slot machines. Not that I really gamble, but I love slot machines. Yeah. Well, we were at the high roller slot machines. And people are playing, and this one doctor goes, Michelle, let's go. What's your favorite thing to play around here? And I'm like, the slots. And he goes, well, let's go. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, again, $33. He goes, let's go. So he put a lot of money in, and I put some money in, and I pulled the lever and won $1,200.
Nice.
Okay, $1,200. And I was like, holy shit. And of course, I'm like, oh my God, here's your money. And and he's like, oh, absolutely not. And he goes, let's play again. Pulled it again, and I can't remember if it was $1,200 or $1,500 and cha-ching, cha-ching. Yeah. And I tried he didn't put a ton of money in it. I don't want to make it sound like, I threw, I don't know, a couple dollars.
$3.
Yeah.
$3.
Yeah. So anyhow, I was so stoked because I was like, oh my God, I got to come on the most amazing trip. And I'm going home with more money than I had last month.
Right.
It was so awesome. So then we go to fly back, and they're like, your girl's still hanging out, whatever. And one of the doctors actually did hair removal.
Okay.
Did hair removal. I'm good. So
You might
anywho.
want to close your ears for this one, Staley.
Oh, he knows this story. He's like.
He thought you being bald was for him. But anyway.
So my cousin's like, yeah, let's go. He's going to do free laser removal. Let's just say the drapes got removed. And so all around, it was an amazing trip. It worked out for Scott because I came home with a lot more money. And yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me that he let's go do the laser removal. I need $1,200.
No.
I know you got it.
I know,
But
you got it.
I have to say I did get Staley's approval before.
I know you got it because you screamed, "I'm Woodland Rich, bitches," and nobody knew what that meant, but you were super happy.
What was really lucky for me is Staley just wanted me to go and stay. He's like, you don't have a job. Now you're going to be mooching off of me. The honeymoon's over. It's over. I'm all, hey, I redeemed myself.
I got to tell you, God bless you, Staley, for being such a good guy. If my old lady came home and she was...
No, I asked him first.
If she was shaved bald and had money in her pocket, I'd be like,
there's going to be... We need to have a talk.
No, he was pretty laid back.
What's with all the singles? What's with all the singles?
Not only that, but you got laid off too, so then I'd be like, all right, listen up, Julia Roberts.
You call it Richard Marx. You tell my client I'll kill him.
It wasn't Richard Marx that night. It was Richard Gere.
And I had a...
Pretty woman, I got you.
I came home with a red dress too.
Oh, gee.
With a stain on it? Come on, let's go all 90s. Go in all 90s. What do you think about that one, Sherman?
That's Vegas. I mean, good. You can run into some lucky shit like that. And it just falls on you.
Oh shit! I ran into Gary Coleman too.
He ran into you.
Yeah.
I'm like, how could I forget Gary?
Bumped you right into your
kneecap.
Yeah. Your Richard Marx glory hole. That's where he hit you. Phil, you grab what you want, man. Help yourself.
Yeah. Have you watched that documentary?
On Gary Coleman? No.
It's really sad, actually.
Is it?
It's really sad.
About the black little person?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be a rough life. You'd be a child star. And
You know how he, I don't know, his wife that was way taller, and she was a pretty girl. Like, she married him and said she really loved him. And she came home one day and he was laying on the floor and had blood everywhere. Like, I don't think she got convicted, but...
You think she killed him?
Some people do. Some people
like
do.
Like a Kurt Cobain kind of thing, or what?
What are you talking about?
Oh.
What kind of blood on the floor?
Courtney did not kill Kurt. Don't you dare. Don't go there.
She did.
I'm
gonna go there.
I loved Hole.
I did too. I liked Hole too. But,
dog nuts.
In the grand scheme of things, Courtney took Kurt from us. How dare her?
Yeah. Courtney, do you ever watch the roasts on Comedy Central?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the very first ones. I can't remember. I think it was a Flavor Flav where she's on there.
Does he just?
General Jeff's like, how is it Kurt Cobain's been dead for 3 years? He still looks better than you. And then everybody it's a Pam Anderson one because they were all. She was just start fucking fighting, man. It was, yeah. She's rough. All right.
My favorite roast, Tom Brady.
It was good.
Go Tom, Tommy boy. That's my boy. It's my boy, Blue.
Flavor Flav was my favorite roast. Holy cow, dude!
I don't think I watched Flavor Flav.
Oh,
Flavor Flav. Is he still doing shows and stuff?
I have no idea. That clock probably too heavy to carry around. That's probably what that is. But Flavor Flav was brutal. It was. It was some of the jokes they made. It was come
on.
Talking about how he looks like Magic Johnson's skeleton. It's horrible, dude.
I wanted to have a roast for my 50th.
Really?
I legit did. And John Staley's like, I ain't fucking doing it. I'm not doing it.
Really?
He gives me shit all the time. He's like, I'm not doing it. I won't go. I'm not doing it.
We did one for Dancia's 40th.
Yeah. So my 60th will come up in a few years. So there we go.
Like A couple years.
About 7 years.
Okay. All right.
So you talk people into it.
If it was Jerry here, I'd make fun of his age right now because I know it's one thing that's like his Achilles heel. He gets all sad about.
You want to get on Jerry's. You want to get him real bad. Just start talking about his age. The age complex with that guy.
Oh, it's funny because he looks younger than him or I. You know what I'm saying?
Is completely off the chain.
Jerry doesn't look old.
He doesn't look old. He looks younger than Sherman and I, but he is older. He is older than us. So,
but if you bring it up though, I mean, he'll defend it, man.
She got so.
He's like, God damn it, I'm 29.
Yeah,
I'm 29.
First thing he ever does whenever we go out together, the first thing he brings up to anybody, we'll walk into a bar or wherever it is together, and he'll be like, "Who do you think's older? Who do you think's older?" And I'm like, "Come on, bro. I mean, we really."
It's funny though. I can see Jerry doing that.
This is how we're gonna start the night. You know what I mean?
I can see him doing that.
So when you said my 60th birthday, I've been like 4 years ago, Jerry, because he laughs now when I give him shit because he says horrible shit to me too. So what's the difference?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that story too.
Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot Gary. Damn it.
Gary called me. Was that in Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How did I forget Gary?
Yeah. I've only met one.
It's a 53, right?
Well, I mean, it's kind of a small mistake that you forgot him.
That's shame on you, Sherman. I've only met one famous person in Vegas and saw one famous person in Vegas. So, Bull from Night Court.
Okay, yeah.
Was that one of the tables gambling? Yeah,
nice.
It was kind of cool. So, too much more. I used the table is too much for me, so I couldn't sit with him. And then Tony Soprano was in Vegas.
Get out.
And I felt horrible for him because he was sitting at, I can't remember where it was in Vegas.
I love that show.
It was a restaurant right in the middle of one of the casinos. There were windows everywhere. People were just taking pictures of him. He's just sitting there with his wife trying to eat his dinner, man.
That
and
sucks.
just the camera's flaring at him, and he's just like, come on. But
that sucks.
Yeah, but that's happens when you're rich and famous. That's part of the deal. So
rest in peace, though, man.
Love him, dude.
This is the funny thing. So my dad that married his cousin, guess where they got married?
Vegas.
And when we were there, just went out there it went. Oh, when we were there, we went and saw Gallagher.
Ah.
Yeah.
How was that?
Had the old capes and got the little watermelon and
the big plastic. And
yeah, it was awesome. Yeah. It was awesome.
Gallagher's okay.
Oh, Gallagher. Yeah.
He's all right.
He was a rock star back then, though.
Oh, back in the day.
Back in the day.
So, all right, we got 2 down, 1 to go. We had Richard Marks, Vegas Baby. Now it's time for snipe hunting.
I just hope the lights don't go off because I'm going to freak out.
Nobody's eyes glow here.
This trigger's allotted me right now. Triggers.
I can see it. I'm about ready to go get you one of those tissues over there.
Anywho. So, as we've said, I grew up down by Woodland, or went to Woodland School, and seriously, a big thing. And of course, it was back in our day, then when that was a big thing, going snipe hunting, right?
Right.
And I was a freshman. My cousin was a senior, and I was part of her crew, like the older crew.
Yeah.
And I thought I was really cool. And remember, I think I told you they called me LQ.
LQ? I don't remember this.
I didn't know this for the longest.
That was your gang name.
I thought I was so cool. I didn't know for the longest time it stood for Little Queef. I thought I was so cool. And so I'm
She even went home and bedazzled her jacket that said
He's like, look what I got, guys.
Check it out, yo.
I know.
You help pay for that?
Well, I was hanging with the seniors, so the ironic thing, it was Angie, Jeff's older sister. Yeah. So I thought it was so freaking cool. And anyhow, it was kind of like being a sorority or maybe being a freshman. You kind of have to be initiated in things. Yeah. And you would have thought, I knew what a snipe was or wasn't, right? Because I grew up out there.
Yeah, you would have, yeah.
I didn't know. So they're like,
me either.
Whatever you call it. What are they? Not hazy? Not hazing. Not really that difficult. Not that hardcore, but. So literally went out to this pasture, okay? And they told me, I don't know, was it to take a bag and some sticks? And just, like, I don't know, they had me make this, like, bird noise. I don't know. So they took
Can we hear it?
I don't, it was like...
One more time?
LQ. No, I'm joking.
LQ.
No, it was like I don't know what that meant, but I'm like, okay, I guess. So they're like, we go out in the middle of this pasture. I don't know if you guys know, what's Denise's last name? Denise Kitchen.
No.
She's funny as hell. She's funny as hell. She was one of my cousin's best friends. So anyhow, take me out to this pasture. And they give me a flashlight. I'm like, is that mine?
Nope, me.
Okay. So they give me a flashlight. And they're like, well, we'll come back in a bit. Just you have your flashlight. You got your bag. Got your sticks. And they're like... So I don't know any different. I don't know about the fucking snipe.
Yeah.
I do now, though. Let me tell you, I do now.
And keep speaking Morse
So
code.
I am literally out there. And I'm like, good Lord, what? And I didn't know what it looked like. I'm like, what is this thing? Like, does it look like a freaking chicken? Is it like an... I don't know. Like, I didn't know what it was. I was scared because they're like, they left me. I saw the car lights go. They freaking left me. All I have out there is some sticks and a bag. I don't have a phone, back then.
Freaking other kids out because I think that Lady Llorona has a stutter.
Probably that guy that had the pasture was like, what am I hearing? Is that coyotes? No, it was me going, I'm telling you, I was scared shit. Like, I know I was a freshman in high school, but I'm like, are they coming back? Is this thing going to come attack me? What am I supposed to do with this bag? Like,
right.
I'm like, am I going to be running around trying to get to this freaking... I was so scared. I was out there for hours. I was out there for hours. Jeff and Gary could tell you the story. I was out there for hours. So finally, about 3 hours later, here they come. Did you catch it? Did you catch it? I'm like, no. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys were gone for like 3 hours, left me out here. And I'm like, what does a snipe look like even? And they're all, were you doing the call? I was like, yes. I was like, I said, yes. About 3 hours long, I was doing the call. Yeah. Because they were like, you can't be in our group unless you catch a snipe. Right?
Right.
I didn't know. I was like, well, I didn't even know what LQ stood for. I was just excited to be hanging out with them. Yeah.
Did you know what an actual queef was?
No. Now that I'm older, I do. But no, I didn't back then. Yeah. I mean, they said it like it was kind of funny, but I was like, whatever. I don't know what that means. I was innocent. So anyhow, they finally take me back home, and my mom's like, where have you been? I'm like, I was with Angie, and she's like, where have you been? I called Aunt Charlotte. She wasn't there. And I'm like, well, I went with Angie and her friends, and they took me out to go snipe hunting. And she's like, what? I go, a snipe. And she's like, no, I don't. What is a snipe? I'm like, I don't know. Like a bird, or I don't know, something. And she's like, so wait a minute. Angie and Denise and whoever took you out to this pasture and left you there for like 3 hours with the flashlight. I go, yeah. I go, but they left me this bag and these sticks, and I was supposed to catch the snipe, and then I was going to be like a part of their crew. And I'm like, but I was scared shitless. The first I didn't know what the snipe was. I'm like, I didn't. And then I was like, is a snipe like a coyote, or like I didn't know what a snipe was. I can't believe I didn't know about that living there.
That's surprising.
Did you go snipe hunting?
I took snipe hunting, but I was a lot younger when I got taken.
Did you know what it was?
No, not at the time, but I was like 5 or 6. So.
And where did they take you?
We lived out on...
did they leave you?
Yeah, my older brother, Jerry, my cousin.
And what did they tell you to do?
I had to hold a bag. And I had to lay there and do some stupid ass call, but I don't remember the call. I mean, I don't think it was Morse code. It could have been something a lot stupid, a lot more stupid. But I don't know. I don't remember. But because, like I said, I was a lot younger. I was like 5 years old, 6 years old.
Jesus, Jerry.
I was a freshman in high school. My buddy and I got taken out by some seniors to the river. And
no shit.
Left out there, yeah. But they told us the snipe was like a little like almost a ferret looking thing with glowing.
Yeah, exactly.
Their eyes glow in the dark, and I was like, ooh, it's kind of easy to find,
Yeah, it's kind of a cross between like I was told like a squirrel and a possum, kind of a ferret looking type deal. That's what I was told too.
The eyes glow in the dark. Did they tell you that? Yeah, the eyes glow in the dark.
So where did you say you went? You went out
river, Dodbridge Road.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So anywho, my mom was like pissed. She was so pissed. She's like, that's it. You're not hanging out with Angie again. I'm like, I have to. I didn't get the snipe. And I was like, because I wanted to still be part of the crew and wear my LQ. Right. So to this day, dark kind of bugs me, but out on the farm, I mean, I grew up out there, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's times even at my aunt's farm, she's all, let's go for a walk and go. And I'm like, I ain't falling for that shit again. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
But to this day, do you know the movie Up?
Yeah.
I have not watched it. Oh,
So the bird
squirrel.
in it,
Squirrel?
the bird,
Yeah.
is a snipe, supposedly.
Really?
So I'm watching this movie and I'm like, holy shit, is that a real snipe? Like,
That's
I
the
was
movie with
like,
the house and all the balloons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a snipe, supposedly.
They're real.
Yeah. Pretty sure they are.
I don't think they're real.
I don't
Really?
think they're real. Maybe. I don't know.
Google it.
Actually,
I don't know.
Snipes are, because that's where the term sniper comes from.
Oh,
There is a snipe. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So to this
Yes.
day, my mom, I didn't get to hang out with Angie for like a couple weeks. My Aunt Charlotte was so pissed. You can imagine. You know Aunt Charlotte.
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah.
You know what? I've always asked on this podcast, like, we come from a different age before the internet. How did the snipe thing get to be nationwide? Like, how do kids in Michigan or in Massachusetts and kids in San Diego have the same?
Just one of those redneck wives' tales, you know?
They like have a cousin that lives somewhere
Right,
or
yeah.
something. They talking to him on the old dial-up and
I mean, the reason this came up was when I played Nintendo at my age. When the game didn't work, what'd you do, Sherman? Yeah.
Ty still does that.
I still do too.
How did we know to do that? How did everybody in the country just assume that was the way to do it?
Yeah, just telephone game, I guess. I
don't know. It's crazy, man.
But
Yeah.
but if you look on the back of the cartridge, you know what it says? Do not blow in cartridge. It physically tells you not to blow inside of it.
Well, we all fucked that up.
So anywho, anytime we go out to the farm, like some of the cousins were like, let's take Ty snipe hunting. I'm like, no, we're not. Because I was like, I'm not putting him through that.
But see, but why lose such folklore?
You have no idea. It traumatized me.
No, I'm with Jerry. Sorry, I'm with Sherman, man. You gotta let him.
I
You
know.
know where he's at. You know
I
he's
know.
not. He's not gonna get
Yeah,
hurt.
they're like you're gonna bounce on them like they did for you for
No,
3 hours.
no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have a story when we're not on air about
Tell me you don't want your son to sneak up on him and watch him walking through Look, it's genetic.
Well, I've shared some things about Ty. I've thrown him under the bus a few times.
Yeah.
Really bad, I have.
You could start the trend all over, with TikTok and all that other shit that's going around now. I mean, you're sitting there in the dark, and you're filming the skid. Morse coding out in the
got
dark
this
with two
bag.
sticks,
I don't even know what episode it was, but you told a story about Ty and Staley and you, and
When he jumps on Scott's back.
yes, when I was editing it, I started laughing out loud at work. It's fantastic. She'll tell you when we're done. We gotta let that one die for old Ty because that's embarrassing as shit. But when I heard that story, and I'm sitting there editing on the iPad, and I start laughing like I have a head injury, bro. Like I'm super into the story,
Yeah, it's poor Ty.
Poor Ty, because you might not have remembered that. It might have blocked out, but we're not going to tease you anymore because we're not going to tell it again. So, anyway, what did you think about that one, bro?
I like it. There's a lot of you can relate to that so much. From our generation.
Well, it's crazy because you know my cousins.
Yeah.
You knew Angie, right?
I knew Angie.
Yeah, and she was not.
She was a wild one.
Made me wear the jacket with LQ and had my name.
That's real. They had an LQ jacket. Did your mother know what LQ meant?
No, Kathleen didn't. I guess I don't know. I don't know how many people. Well, probably more than I thought when I was a freshman.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody from sophomore
Besides anyone outside of me.
You were the weird kid
I'm all,
school
I'm all
LQ.
roll up the collar and I'm all.
Yeah, you was gonna say you probably had the jean jacket with the popped up collar because
Yeah,
you were a Richard Marx fan.
And I'm hanging with those seniors and yeah.
You got the Richard Marx back patch and the LQ on both shoulders. And
So another little story about hanging out with my cousins. So I was able to stay after I was I was in middle school right before I was a freshman. I was able to stay after school to watch the volleyball games. My parents told me, do not leave that high school. You're not allowed to leave the high school. You can go to the games, but you're not allowed to leave the high school. So what does Angie and her friends do? Come on, Michelle, let's go. So we went to the end of the highway there, and then we headed on 36. So we decided to go under the bridge, one of the bridges on 36, and we were all smoking cigarettes. And we come walking up, and I shit you not, my dad drove by in a semi. Old Ron Sherman semi was... the brakes were like...
yeah.
I couldn't get away with anything. There was Ron. Can you believe that? I was smoking under the bridge, and I was told. It was simple. Don't leave the high school. What did I do? As soon as someone said, let's leave the high school, the crew, bring your jacket.
Somebody snitched.
See, I don't know. I think that's our parents' fault. They ingrained that shit in our head.
Yeah.
They psychobabble us with this bullshit.
Nobody
And they sit there and they go, don't leave the high school, or don't leave this so-and-so. And so they automatically put the rebellion inside of you to sit there and say...
Well, yeah, I had my LQ jacket, and I was hanging out with the seniors. Hey.
I'm with it, but also parents could track you because they talk to other parents.
Back then,
like someone touched base with you.
Come on. We were out by Last Chance in the middle of nowhere. He didn't have a cell phone at the time.
I'm just saying.
Maybe his 10-4 good buddy. I don't know.
Somebody's parents saw you. Somebody saw you. Somebody snitched.
But yeah, I come walking out, and there goes Ron Sherman's truck.
They went straight to your house.
Ron Sherman right on the side of it. Mm-hmm.
He drove by, and he hears.
Yeah, I was like, I'm on me. So yeah.
I don't know. Being a parent back in the day, they did keep track of us somehow.
Growing up in smaller towns, of course, word of mouth, just kind of like, I just took a phone call, you know what I mean, real quick. And your mom never missed a phone call for some reason. So, and it's kind of like that kid on a Christmas Story. Do you know what your son told my son today? What? No, Mama! You hear him in the background getting beat, you know what I mean? That or, as soon as you did it, 5 seconds later, like he was smoking, your dad's pulling up a car, his 82 station wagon smoking in sideways.
No, it was a big semi.
We had did you have the friend with the cool parents? I had a friend whose parents we could go there drunk to the house as long as one of us was sober that was driving.
Yeah.
My house was the cool parents.
Is that the cool parents?
Yeah, we had
old Larry Cage didn't care?
Nah, I mean my parents, man, so cool. Cool.
I'd always wanted to be the cool parent, and
you couldn't do it.
So Michelle Orth was her name, and she was like the ornery Michelle, and I was the little angel over here.
Do the OQ, yeah.
But Michelle and her parents, same thing. We could do whatever we wanted, and to this day, if I run into Michelle, it's like I'm that same. Michelle wants to get a little rambunctious. I'm going with you.
My friend's mom would be like, "Don't you tell your mom. I don't want to deal with Mary Lundstrom." Okay, she was
really.
Don't tell your mom, because mom big into God back then, so she's gonna yell, But we had those parents, One time I got up and I peed on their driveway, and his mom asked him, like, "Did Larry pee in the driveway?" He's like, "There's some old orange juice," he said, he's pouring out. She's like, "For 5 minutes." And he's like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Larry's peeing in the driveway.
We used to have people, my dad would wake up, because we used to hold parties at my house. But my dad would be like, "I'm not sure that you guys drink here."
Yeah.
And have a good time. Cops would even come to the house and be like, back in the day, knock on the door.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Hey, what's going on here?" And
slumber party.
Yeah, they'd be like, "All right, well, we just got a noise complaint. Just turn it down," because we had this grouchy old guy that lived a couple houses down. They'd be like, "Is your dad here and mom?" "Yeah, they're inside." "Okay, we'll just keep it down. You guys are good." So we'd wake up in the morning, there'd be people laying in the back of their cars, or their pickups, or just passed out on the driveway. Kind of looked like a Fiona Apple video.
But I had an 81 Mustang hatchback. And I always joke that car saw more action, and none of it from me. All my friends used to sleep and get some of that damn car, man. So give me your keys. No, give me your keys. No. All right.
Such a good wingman.
I am too, man. I'd be like, "You better clean them after yourself, because if I go back there and put my foot into something, I'm gonna stab you, bro."
No dirty Kleenexes, man.
That's what it is.
Did you supply the Kleenexes?
No, man.
He's got some sanitizer wipes in there.
If in the glove box there's some air fresheners, let's use those. Okay.
Here you go. Little condom swiper attached to the roof.
Yeah, there's some plastic trash bags. Throw those out while you're at it.
You got the little donation bucket over here.
But I'm telling you, that 81 Mustang. And crazy part in Pueblo, I had a friend named Troy Rivera. We were talking. It was we were cruising around one day in Pueblo. We were gonna go to the Springs to a strip club because he'd never been to one. It's a long story why he was very sheltered. And we started talking about our first cars. He'd graduated in 97. I graduated in 94. And I traded the car off for a Grand Am, so I thought that'd be better. Anyway, we start talking. I go, "Mine was an 81 black Mustang." He goes, "So is mine." I had a red pinstripe on it. He goes, "Yeah, so did I." He somehow in Rocky Ford ended up with my vehicle.
No
He
shit.
had a Frosty stain in the back seat. Yeah, dude. I go, the speakers in the back, they popped out. Yeah, because somebody cut the vinyl all shitty. I go, that was me and Tony Cordova. Yes. Somehow he ended up with my
That's
Mustang.
crazy.
In Rocky Ford.
Yeah, from Rocky Ford, man.
Wow.
He goes, I love that car. I'm like, you bet.
Well, little did you
I
know.
hope you didn't like touch it and then touch your mouth or something, because that backseat was filthy, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because
It was sold as is. There's no disclaimers on this.
Yeah. There's ever a girl back there. She turned out to be pregnant, didn't know why. His name's Mac. He's my good friend. But yeah, people used to that Mustang.
He's like, every time I went to sit in the seat, it crunched.
Right. He's like, it's crazy because I'm a virgin, and for some odd reason, I got syphilis and herpes.
Yeah.
Did you sit in the back seat? Yeah, I let my dad drive one day. That's the problem.
Yeah. People like want to be my friend. I'm like, do you want to be my friend, or you just want to be my car's friend? Do you want access to the Stang? You know?
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, anyway.
No, good times.
All right, we got 3 great stories: snipe hunting, Richard Marx, and Vegas, baby. Now, Michelle, as you know, when we try and guess, we have to we do rock paper scissors. Are you a 3-pumper or 4-pumper?
God, I don't remember.
Is it
There's old school and new school.
rock?
3.
Or
Rock,
3
paper,
pumper?
scissors, yeah.
Yeah. Well, were you a 3-pumper?
3?
All right, let's do it.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Ready? All right. I don't know. The cages are like naturally good at this rock paper scissors. I've never ever beaten Jerry, man. Oh, by the way, I was gonna take a shot at him when you were saying about me.
When you were talking about what?
When you were talking about parties and the cops would show up at your house, and it's all like high schoolers, and they're like, "Is there any adults here?" Like Jerry's here. He's like,
Yeah,
"In his
Jerry's."
40s."
Jerry's hiding in the back. Don't tell him I bought the beer. You know, he was like 32 at the time.
He went to bed at 8 o'clock. Dude, how many punched at work you won?
Don't mind
He's not above it, I promise you that.
Don't mind the old guy in the back of the walker. He just
Yeah. He's going to try to tell you 21. He's full of shit. Yeah. When he says I'm 21, be like, it's not 1985. It's not 1985. God bless
whoever
him.
did the classic. He'd be like, Jerry Cage.
What's is Jerry always been Jerry?
Jerry has... The one thing I could give the most credit to my brother is he has never wavered.
Yeah.
He has never conformed. And he's never...
No, I can't imagine he did.
He's never changed who he is as a person. I mean, from the time Jerry is who he was at 5, or 6. I mean, since I can remember, Jerry is the same cat. He's almost like he doesn't age. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
it's like mentally he's still 12.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the craziest thing. He is who he is.
He is who he is.
No, Jerry's a good man. I dig Jerry.
Hey, he won the food eating contest at one of the Food Truck Fridays.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he put it down.
Well, yeah, he was like.
Yeah.
Did you see him hitting that corn?
I did.
He hit it like Larry hit that Richard Marx.
Yeah, that's right. I said,
Was
Jerry.
it whole? Oh, it was whole.
It was, yeah. He was just sucking it right off.
He sucked the corn right off in one try.
I saw that. I said, "Wow, you really hit those things. What, they taste like dick or something?" I mean, you were going after it.
Well, if you notice in the video, Cooper hands him something, so it's like, probably Cooper's dick cheese. I mean, Cooper's like, "Here, Jerry, I got you."
Sorry, you just want to have.
He's like,
I'll cut some of that out.
"I got your secret sauce, Jerry."
Mr. Cage, you won. You can stop eating.
You can stop eating.
You won 4 hours ago. Why do you need a flower? Cooper's up.
Oh, you were not cutting this out.
Cooper, it's starting to chafe. Leave him alone.
What is it the video? There's some people like, what is it that we eat? But sometimes they just are like, they don't even chew out everything. They just, it's not a piece of corn. What the hell is it?
Chicken?
The chicken wings?
Oh, chicken wings. Yeah.
Yeah, the flats. You can just
I'm like, you do that too?
You can just peel them right off the bone.
Or like my cousin Vinny when he's gonna fight that guy, and the big guy behind him takes that wing and just eats it all. God damn.
Crazy thing about that was one time we were at like a all-you-can-eat crab leg buffet, and I had people watching on like this kind of, and I see this dude over there, and he cracks them, and he's going, and he's sucking. I mean, just like, and I'm just going, what the fuck?
That's a Hoover right there.
Yeah, dude.
you ever go to prison, you're going to run that bitch. You're going to be very popular, my friend. Yeah. You're going to be very popular.
I asked him if he knew my brother, but...
All right. We got 3 stories: snipe hunting, Richard Marks, and Vegas. Yeah, I'm going to get punched at work now. Shit, dude.
Not for a few more weeks.
Well, next week. Next Tuesday this comes out, so... Yeah.
You got a week.
Yeah, I'll still put it in with him. Because you know what? He doesn't hold back on saying shit to me. So that's...
Exactly.
All right. Snipe hunting, Richard Marks, and Vegas Baby. So I think Richard Marks is a true story, sadly for you. Snipe hunting, I also believe is a true story just because of the LQs are funny, a lot of weird little details in there. And you had sometimes people have passion in their eyes when they tell a story. They have kind of it's a cherished memory, right? Mm-hmm. At one time it was...
horrible, but
yeah. By the way, the title of this podcast will be simply LQ. So just so we know. So anyway,
you have to Google it.
I'm gonna go with Vegas Baby because I don't know if I had a lady, if I'd be okay with her going some rich doctors to Vegas, especially if you come back shaved and with some cash in your hand. I think that would be the. I'm gonna take Vegas for that reason. What do you think, Sharon?
I kind of agree with your, with your observations. I mean. The snipe hunting, even before she told it, there was just almost that glimpse of fear still and that tear in her eye. Like she was traumatized by that story.
Thinking to herself, what did I do with the LQ jacket?
Richard Marks, I think Richard Marks was true. I do. So I'm with you. I think it's Vegas Baby.
All right, Vegas Baby. Before we flip that over, I do want to say a thank you to the Brush Emporium for letting us have a podcast studio down here. They've been very cool. If you haven't been down here, 210 Clayton Street, what are you waiting for, man? They have some amazing food. You've eaten here, Michelle.
Mm-hmm, it's good. Good stuff.
It's wonderful, yes.
Good stuff.
It's amazing. Great seating upstairs. Come down with your family. They have old school board games to play down here. They have lots of shopping you can do down here. Yeah. And it's a good little vibe down here.
Yeah.
Owned by local people, man, that love this town. So make sure you come down and support someone who supports
good place.
us. Yeah,
good people.
Good people, yeah.
And I can't say thank you enough. They've been so amazing, but letting us do this down here.
Yeah,
because they don't have to, but they choose to. So they support.
And they know you.
They know me, which is even weirder. They let me do it. So anyway, thank you guys so much. And having said that, and if you like what you see in the bottom right hand corner, there's a subscribe button. Click that. It's a little shit for you. It's a small click for you, but a huge click for us. Yeah. After all this shit I give Adam and Jerry, now you sit there and mumble. It's a small click for you, huge click for us. We appreciate it. So we are both going to team up and go Vegas Baby. Let's see your board. Oh, you're angry. I think you got it. I think
she's like, you two suck. I got you.
Richard Marks. No. You did meet him, though.
I ran right into him.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's not true about it?
Oh, you're saying that? Yeah, that is a true one.
Michelle Staley.
How many times have you been on this show and not only participated?
It's been a bit,
but also as a host, Michelle.
It's been a long day.
In her defense, she did say that before she got down.
Hey! This is how you're going to end your podcast.
If you go to the YouTube channel and hit videos, every fifth one has Michelle's picture on the damn thing. Michelle, which one of these is not a true story? Oh my God!
Snipe hunting.
Damn.
What's not true about it?
It never happened.
You never got it?
No.
None of it.
None of it.
Complete lie. Was it borrowed?
Nope.
Nothing. You just totally made that shit up.
Man, but it's like something they would do. Would have done.
The conviction in your eyes, Staley. You might want to rethink that Vegas story. Because the conviction in her eyes for that snipe hunting was like pure real.
I totally bought it. Yeah. Wow, Michelle. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that means Richard Marks is true and snipe hunting is or Vegas Baby is true. Both are true.
I didn't meet Gary Coleman. But yes, Vegas was true.
Oh, wow.
I am so thankful that I got to be part of this tonight because of how south this went. I mean, just twisted turns and just
wow. Wow.
Is this a first?
No. Paul Acosta also did that to me. And I was like, wait, what? You go, that's the true one. I go, okay, well, what's the other true one? And then we're going to deduct which one's the fake. You
don't follow rules very well.
So, yeah, Staley, he was cool with everything. I called it before I went and got lasered.
Nice. Got lasered. That's a great way to say it, by the way.
Yeah.
Got lasered. So
he's like, "You're fine. You just won. What I don't know. It's like over $2,000. You're good."
Is that how much it costs?
No, I won that.
She won that money. Yeah,
I thought lasered. I was like,
No,
God damn, what's he using?
hey, it didn't cost me shit. It didn't.
It's because you don't look like me. I guarantee they'd be like, "Oh, that's like the 40-year-old virgin where they're tearing." Yeah, it's not good.
But I did ask Staley first. She's like, "Okay, well,
Hey.
I trust you."
Very nice,
It's all
Michelle.
good.
Very nice. Michelle, it was awesome seeing
I'm glad
you.
I could fuck it up for you.
I was super confused.
I was lost. Huh?
That was my whole point. I was trying to throw you off.
Super confused.
Paul,
So-
hey, we're in the same club, buddy.
yes, we are. So that's hilarious.
Well, cheers to that.
Hey, cheers to you guys.
And all the episodes that you've had, Larry, you have provided some major entertainment.
Yeah,
for
this
folks.
has been fun. It's been fun. We can keep rolling. So yeah.
You know, there's people that I talk to that I know personally that I see around town, you know, Safeway or just, you know, Walmart or whatever, and they just sit there and say, you know, I loved. They'll sit there and say, I love the Bullhucker.
Yeah.
You know, I watch it religiously. And they'll tell me, you know, gosh, just watching you and your brother, you know, and Larry just kick it like that. It's just so entertaining. And you know, they've even told me that they've watched them several times over and over.
Yeah, thank you.
And so to me, that's a big attribute too. The entertainment that you do provide for.
Yeah,
for
I
people.
appreciate it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's
So I
a good
do
time.
have to tell you, we were listening to the one where I threw Ty under the bus on the way. We were going out of town or something.
Was Ty with you?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, no.
He had his little these on. But yeah.
He didn't hear it then.
Well, I don't know. Scott and I were laughing so hard.
I wish I knew what episode that was to point it to. It wasn't your first one. You
No.
You might have been co-hosting when you told that story.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember.
I was co-hosting.
I laughed my ass off.
I don't remember
though.
why I threw it out there, but there was a reason.
Anyway.
I just wanted to throw people off.
Yeah, what do you do?
Apparently.
Anyway, Michelle, thank you so much. It's awesome to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Thanks for asking me to come here, buddy, and to have Sherman here.
Yeah, it was
Man.
awesome. It was awesome. It was
Yeah.
a pleasure.
I'm Moose Lundstrom.
Sherman Cage.
Hey, catch you next time.
Michelle Staley.
The Michelle Staley.
Oh, the Michelle Staley, known as LQ.
Q. little Q means little. I can't.
You know that's going to follow you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Christmas
now.
is coming up too.
Christmas is coming up.
And if you need to Google that, don't do it, mother. All right. See you guys later. Peace.
Yeah.